The story tonight at 10.
Welcome to the 9 Rewind, where we talk about the topics you were talking about last week in the 9 University Facebook groups and inside FASTTRACK. It's the Week in Review, 9 News style, brought to you by FASTTRACK. The easiest way to fast-track your FBA success is with FASTTRACK.
Welcome to the 9 Rewind. I'm Dwight Gelowitz, and I'm here with my good friend, the man, the myth, the legend in his own mind,
Dan Schultz. Hey everyone, I'm Dan. I am one of the FASTTRACK coaches, and this is a show where we are going to take a look what you guys have been talking about the last week or so. So where do you want to start, Dwight? You want to start with Facebook, FASTTRACK? What do you want to do?
I think we should start with the Facebook groups. Facebook has been a buzz. It's been a blur. It's hard to keep up. And you know what I'm talking about, Danny. We're talking about the $1 Mastermind. The $1 Mastermind is a new group that Cale and Taylor set up with a good friend of theirs. He's a $3 million plus Amazon seller. He has joined the group. He's here to participate, to help others, and to continue to grow his business. So the mastermind was fantastic. The Facebook group, like I said, it's on fire. It's on fire. And what did you get from the $1 Mastermind? From
the call with Dax? Oh,
from the call with Dax. Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff. I got here's what I think I got. I love Cale. I love Taylor. I think these two kids, that's what they are, Dwight. You understand? They're half our age.
I know.
I think they can do anything. They can do anything. I really think Cale and Taylor can do anything except, man, they can't point to a computer screen and randomly give people money.
I'm going to pick one. Taylor can pick. I'll pick two. Okay, ready? Stop. Hold on, Kitty. It's going too fast. Holy smokes.
Ready, set, go. I'm not even, they're moving too fast.
Stop. Oh my gosh. I lost it.
1, 2, 3, go. I can't.
I don't even know what I said.
1, 2, 3, go.
Paul wins?
I don't know. Does he? Ready, set, go. Shit. Nicholas. I saw Nicholas something. Nicholas.
You need a last name, bro.
Shit.
That is what you got out of the $1 Mastermind?
Put a video together. Listen, I blew out early when Taylor dropped that shit bomb. You know, I will not stand for that kind of language. Boom, I'm out. No, listen, I didn't want to share all the gold because people paid upwards of $1 in that club, and I don't want to share the secret or spill the secrets. But no. Honestly, it was a great call.
It was, and it's something.
Do you ever think the dollar is too much for people, though?
Well, I don't know. I think we got to have something that changes that.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna text Cale.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to text Cale. I got a plan.
You have Cale's number?
We're like this, man. Okay, Cale,
can
we do a payment plan for the $1 club?
I can't wait to see
the pencil's moving.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And what
he unfriended me.
Yeah.
Well, might be a typo. Cale's got fat fingers, probably.
All
Don't
right.
worry about it. We'll be back. So let me tell you something that I saw on Facebook.
Okay, perfect.
This question popped in. and I thought it was really interesting. I'm going to read it. I am thinking of testing a market with a small initial order of 50 to 100 units just to see if it will sell. If they do, I am all in with ordering a bigger order of at least 500 units. The numbers for this product look good. It's a 7 and 7. My ROI is over 200%. I just don't want to order a boatload of products and then be stuck with them if they don't sell. What are your thoughts, Dwight?
Well,
I know what my thoughts are. I will let you go because I don't like.
Because I am much more diplomatic than you.
Yes.
Let's say that. Well, here's the thing. I understand where you're coming from, but the challenge with only buying 50 or 100 is that in the beginning, you need to drive some sales. You need to get reviews. And so to do that, you're going to spend a little money. You're going to get family and friends to help you out, people you meet on the street, whatever it is that you can do to get those first initial sales, to start getting some sales velocity, the way Amazon talks about it. We want to make sure, so you're going to spend 15, 20 units just getting set up, getting sales, getting reviews, getting family and friends to buy, that sort of stuff. And, depending on the competition, you might have to spend a little bit more. Well, if you only got 50 units, half or 3/4 or all 50 units are going to be spent just doing that, that initial, let's get up and selling. For the product. So,
well, here's why I don't like it.
Okay.
I think that's a good point. Like, I wasn't even thinking about just you are right. That is not a good enough test to see if you have a winner, because you're giving half of them away for reviews or whatever. I don't like that idea because I think you've got to trust the system. I mean, he said that his ROI is over 200%. It's a 7 and 7. Just don't do a test of 50 or 100. Do a test of 500. I mean, if the budget isn't there, maybe 300, but never go below 300, because what'll happen if you run out of stock and it is a winner? Then you got to wait for 3 months for, a boat from China to come in. Just, I think you should always, show some balls and believe in what you have there, and just let the 500 be your test.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, you're starting your own business. It does cost a little bit of money to start your own business. And the fact that he said, well, if it sells, I'm all in. Well, you know what? Starting a business means you're already all in. So don't hold back. I think
don't dip your toe in this.
There's no dipping of the toe. It's all in or all out. You get to choose. So
worst case scenario, you sell the stuff on eBay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
All right, my friend, let's talk FASTTRACK. There's some things going on in FASTTRACK.
Yes, the new prices have been announced.
The new prices.
It's so awesome.
There's been a lot of talk, about the big announcement that Cale and Taylor did. They decided to drop the price for everyone in the FASTTRACK group. It's now $3 for 3 days plus $297 a month after the fact. So
that comes down to less than $10 a day. And since they made that change, FASTTRACK has been, oh my God, it's been so busy in there. It's been so wild. I love it. Obviously, I'm probably biased because I'm a FASTTRACK coach, but I really, truly, truly, with all my heart, believe FASTTRACK is probably the key to succeeding with FBA, because it's full of experienced FBA coaches 24 hours a day who have likely made all of the mistakes you are on the verge of making and you don't know yet. Or if you have a question in the middle of the night, maybe you're chatting with a supplier and you don't know what a term means or what they're saying, or let's say you need to get your product down with shipping to $4.13, and you're dealing with a supplier that you really want to move forward with, but he's at $13. And what should you say? How do you negotiate? How do you get the price down? We do that stuff all the time. FASTTRACK is really, really good at helping you complete each step. And that's what
Yeah.
FBA is all about.
Yeah.
It's starting from here, getting over to here, and there's just a bunch of steps in between. And as long as you complete that next step, you're going to make it. And we can help you get over that next step. That's my take on it. I love Fast Track.
Yeah, yeah. We get a lot of people that have given us feedback on the Fast Track program, and the overwhelming response is it's worth every penny to have access to the Fast Track coaches. Now, I'm going to give you a tip. This is a tip just from me, not from us, just from me. Listen, when you get into Fast Track, if you get connected to a coach and his name happens to be Danny Schultz, disconnect. Come back in a few minutes. You'll probably get connected to another coach because you want a coach that really knows his stuff, right? So you got to watch out for that Danny Schultz guy.
And if you get a call
get
from
somebody
the
with got some
team,
braids.
If
you know what I'm saying?
Get a call from the welcome team from someone who is clearly not welcoming. Hang up. Wait for someone else. Wait, that's not how the welcome calls go, though. Right? Don't hang up on your welcome call.
No, that's right. That's right. You can't do that for sure. But listen, Danny, there's some other questions that have been repeated over and over and over again in Fast Track. And let's talk about a couple of those right now. I got 2 refund notices from Amazon. I'm beyond mad. The first said the product was not as described on the page, which is not true. And the second was from someone who said the product never came, even though Amazon tracking said it was delivered. So now Amazon is doing a refund. Who pays for this? Not me, right? It's their fault. Please, please tell me it's not going to be me.
Little desperation there. Okay, listen, you said, please, it won't be you. However, it's going to be you. That's how Amazon works. I do want to say one thing. I totally believe you when you said the first one was when it said item is not as described. I'm sure that's bullshit because we get those all the time too. And it's like our product is very simple. You can really only describe it one friggin' way. And if you can't understand, the customer can't read the very simple description and understand, it's on them. Well, ultimately it's on us because we have to eat the cost. But yeah, it's a cost to doing business. You can't really do anything. Jeff Bezos does not like giving money away.
No, he built Amazon in a way that he collects money and the rest of us pay. So question number 2 that we want to talk about, is it normal to pay way more for a sample than the product cost? I've got a supplier wanting to charge me $100 for a sample, and my product literally is only $4 at cost to manufacture. Am I getting screwed?
Are you getting screwed? Well, it is. You might be getting screwed. It is very common for samples to be way more than the product price. $100, though, actually does seem high to me, but we paid, I don't know, $80 before. And I thought that was too high. But here's the thing. Everything in the FBA business is negotiable. Everything except the dollar club. No payment plans for that. You can't negotiate with Kale. He'll unfriend you. Don't go down that road.
No.
But everything else is negotiable. And that means you can negotiate with the suppliers and say, I don't want to pay $100. Work with me on that. One thing I prefer to do, though, is because I don't want to look like, I always want to look like, we are all, like we were talking about before, we're all in and we're major players. And that's the image we want to put out. So I'm never going to negotiate about the price of a sample. I will, however, try to negotiate and say, if we decide to go with you, and that's a big if, you've got to prove a lot to me. I do that kind of yes. But I usually say, if we do decide to go with you, you're going to refund me that when we place the big order. And they always do it. We have
never had a problem negotiating that with the supplier. They're more than happy to do that in exchange for getting that big order, for sure. So,
and I understand why they do it too, right? Like they are just like we are testing them as buyer and supplier. They're testing us. Do we want to get in business with this FBA young startup guy. So they're testing us too to see if we're going to bulk, right? One more quick thing about samples. Samples really are expensive. If you are getting multiple samples from different suppliers, you can look up George in the group for Logistics Smith. George Smith has a service called sample consolidation, and it really only works if you're getting multiple samples from different suppliers. You have them all send their samples to George's place in China. He will box them up in one box and then ship them to you. And the cost is usually a lot cheaper than doing it onesie-twosie.
Yeah, that works really well. Dan, it's time for Coach's Corner. The fast track coach with the most.
All right. Let me grab my, got to get some windows open.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Coach's Corner.
And now it's time for Dan's Coaching Corner. This is where we'll share tips, tricks, and hacks the coaches in Fast Track usually share on the inside. Today's topic is...
Insert topic here.
And now, here's Dan.
Okay, today's topic is going to be product research. And in Fast Track, every single day, every coach gets asked to help brainstorm with students about how to find a product to sell. It's very hard to find a 7 and 7. And what happens is every day I will get a question similar to, Dan, I have been sitting in front of Amazon search bar typing random letters for so long. I think my brain is broken. Can you please help me? I don't know what is what anymore. So we hear that a lot. And here is the kind of help you can get in Fast Track. I'm going to show you a tool that I recommend sometimes to people. It's a free site called watchcount.com. So what watchcount.com is, it will look at eBay and it will tell you what auctions are being watched right now by a bunch of people. And that will maybe give you an idea of a potential market. So here's how it works. You can either type keywords in, or you can do what I do and just come and select a category like, whatever, home and garden. And then when you hit show me, it's going to show you the hottest auctions right now. Like, holy cow, look at this guy. 39,000 people are watching radiator cover. This guy's auction for radiator covers. I don't even know what that is. So let's come over here to radiator cover. Don't really know if this is a viable market or not. Like, the thing is, let's run Boost 9 on it. The thing is, it's not really necessarily, this exercise isn't really about finding a 7 and 7 right away. It's more about helping you clear your mind so you can have ideas to look for 7 and 7. So this is not enough demand. So, okay, let's go back here and let's just keep looking down here. Sheets, LED lights, more radiator covers. Storage baskets. All right, well, let's try storage baskets. Okay, storage baskets. Let's start. Let's run Boost 9 on it. And what does Boost 9 say about storage baskets? You don't know until you run it. But I can tell you this, I wasn't looking or thinking about storage baskets 5 seconds ago. Now we're thinking about it. Oof, terrible market. However, when I see too much competition, I keep pushing. A lot of times people will see this, too much competition, it's a 10 and 0, terrible market. They move on. Well, let's view related markets, because that's where I find a lot of gold sometimes. And what that means is, in my mind anyway, I might be wrong, but when I see too much competition, like all of these are too much competition. I would search all of these too much competitions, because in my mind, if there's too much competition, it probably means there's a demand out there at least, and maybe a big demand. So don't quit here. You know what I mean? So I would just pick any of these, right? Like, whatever, storage baskets, plastic. Well, let's search for that one. Storage basket plastic. Okay, now let's run Boost 9 on here. again, it's just all about clearing your mind, finding some things you would have never thought about. And again, I'm not saying you're going to find 7 and 7s right off the bat. It usually doesn't work like that. But if you keep digging, like, look at this, 8 and 5, that's getting a heck of a lot closer. Hey, I mean, let's go look at again. Too much competition. Let's hit that V-related markets and see if we can find. Look at this right out of the box. Storage baskets, plastic stackable. Look at that. That's just at least a 7 and 7. Let's see if we have any more here. Hey, that's pretty cool. So right out of the box, right? I mean, like, we weren't thinking about storage baskets. I saw them on here. Thought, okay, storage baskets. Now, obviously, this isn't even the same thing. 15,000 people are watching it, but I just wouldn't have even thought of storage baskets. So I thought, okay, let's take a look. Okay, well, look at that. At least we found one right there in just a little bit of time. So those are the 2 tips I want to give you. First is use, watchcount.com. The second is when you see too much competition, do not stop. View related markets. You can do that too on X-Ray, right? It's not called view related markets. I think it's called related keywords. Anyway, that has been Dan's coaching. What is it called? Coaching Corner. Dan's Coaching Corner for the day.
I really like that that tip on the too much competition. I know that a lot of students, that just is like a big brick barrier wall that nobody wants to try to bust through. So
yeah, when I first joined 9U, I went into the Facebook group, and I think, boy, if I'm butchering his name, I really don't mean to. I think his name is Simon Neild.
Yeah.
Neild. He made a video, and that was one of his tips, and it just stuck with me all the time. And like, man, I always find 7 7s that way.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So listen, I wanted to start talking about a contest.
What?
Maybe a little early to begin contest talking with the first show, but honestly, we came up with an idea for a contest, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Okay, well, here's what the contest is all about. Dan and I came up with the real easy way to get reviews. So we're going to do a private Zoom call with 3 people. And we're going to show them exactly what we did on our last launch to get 10 reviews lined up in 15 minutes. So if you're struggling to get your first reviews, this contest is for you.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is something we need to keep pretty limited for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's still in development. We're still working on it. So it's really not ready. Second, if a bunch of people started doing this, it would probably become saturated and it would be ruined for everyone. So for the time being, we're just going to share it with a few lucky watchers of 9 Rewind. Lucky for you, it's very easy to enter if you want to be part of this.
Yeah. So the way to enter this contest is to comment on this video. We want to see what was the favorite part of this episode. And those that are saying Dwight was the favorite part of the episode have a better chance of winning than...
No. You will be eliminated.
No. Anyway, just say what your favorite part of the episode is and what topics you want us to explore in future shows. Yeah. So just get into the comment stream and let us know because
and then we'll randomly pick some winners from the people who commented, and we can jump on a Zoom call and we'll explain the method to them in detail.
Yeah. And really, it's just something we want to do, to thank you guys for being a part of the nine family. So it's just something we want to do.
Hey, do we have time for our cover story?
Story.
Why is the cover story at the end, Dwight? Cover means front, first.
Cover means most important, biggest story. Doesn't it?
What is the first page on a magazine, Dwight?
Page 1. I'm not getting
What is our cover story? What is the topic?
The cover story.
Search volume doesn't matter.
Volume doesn't matter.
All right, I can talk for hours on search volume.
Well, I don't care what you say, though. I have a special guest coming on the call with us.
Shut up.
Yeah. I got a special guest coming on a call.
All right,
and
so hold
he's
on.
superstar status. You're like,
It's BS.
whatever.
I know
But this
you
guy's
better than-
superstar
yeah.
status. Coming on the call with us.
Knowing how you live, and I know when you go out of your house,
Yeah.
it is to go to the food court at the Calgary Mall.
Uh-huh.
So is it a fry cook at like the teriyaki chicken place in the mall or what?
No.
And don't tell me anybody came over to your house, because except for the time Amy and I told you 2 years ago that we might consider coming up there sometime. That was probably the last time you had any action of people actually coming to visit you.
Well, you
And
didn't
that was
actually.
just
You
you
didn't
trying to
actually
get off the
come
phone.
up to visit.
Yeah, we were trying to end the call.
Yeah.
We'll come up there. Yeah, sure. Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Who did you
No.
get?
This is my very good friend, Mr. Taylor Hyatt. He's coming on the call with us. Huh? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Everybody, let's say hello to Taylor.
Here's why I'm going to explain to you why search volume does
This is from his
not
live
matter.
stream.
Okay? You guys can do this with me if you want. Go to Amazon.com. Type in wireless charger. Okay? Okay, we're going to type in wireless charger, run Boost 9 or Helium 10. I'm going to use Helium 10. It's what's on this computer. So I'm going to run Helium 10, and I'm going to look at the third one, the Anchor wireless charger. And on there, it has a search volume of 234K, and it has a revenue of 376K. Search volume, revenue, keyword. Okay, that's all I'm doing, guys. I looked up wireless charger. It has a search volume of 234K. It has a revenue of 376K, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to change my keyword to wireless charger for iPhone 8. Okay? I'm going to run Helium 10 X-Ray again. Okay? And what I'm going to do is, once again, the same Anchor product is on. I'm not switching. Okay, so this is just wireless charger for iPhone 8. The search volume is 2.6K. The revenue is 376K. Okay, so I just changed my keyword. My search volume dropped from 234,000 to 2,600, but my revenue stayed the same. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to do wireless charger for iPhone 8. I'm going to do wireless charger for iPhone 11 Pro. Okay, so now I'm on wireless charger for iPhone 11 Pro. I'm going to run Helium 10. I'm going to run X-Ray. Okay, actually this one will not work because the Anchor one isn't on here. Let's see. All right, I'm just going to do wireless charger for iPhone. Just for iPhone. Okay? I'm going to run X-Ray. Sorry, guys. You'll understand what I'm doing here in a second. Okay, Anchor is on here. So wireless charger for iPhone has a search volume of 11K and a revenue of 376K. So I have 3 different keywords, 3 different search volumes, 1 revenue number. For any software that you use, okay? Helium 10, Boost 9, Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, doesn't matter. Anything that you're using, it's going to show you revenue for every single keyword that product is ranking for. So we were looking at an Anchor product. It's ranking for all 3 of these keywords. So it's going to show the total revenue of this product for all the different keywords, but the keywords have different search volumes. The reason why I will say that search volume does not matter is because in this column, the revenue column, right, which pretty much everyone uses to determine if a product is good or not, in the revenue column, okay, you're taking all of the keywords. In the search volume column, you're only taking one of the keywords. So if you try to compare this 2.6K to this 376K, it's not a fair comparison. If you try to compare this 234K to this 376K, this is not a fair comparison because this is for all the keywords. This is for one keyword. Okay. So specifically around product research, 7 and 7, that's why we do not teach search volume, because if you want a realistic one, then what you have to do is you have to find a product, you have to find a keyword. So let's say our keyword's wireless charger, okay? I have to find one like what I want to sell. Then I have to go run a reverse ASIN search to get all of the keywords that one word is ranking for. Then I have to add up all of that search volume, all of it, all the way down for all 100 keywords, and then compare that to revenue. That's the only way to do it, to make it fair and to make it a legitimate numbers game, because search volume is per keyword. Revenue is for the product with all keywords. That's why I don't teach it.
He leaves quick. We're tight, though. We're
ended
like
quick.
this. We're buddies.
Yeah. You're as tight with him as I am with Kale.
At least he hasn't unfriended me yet.
Hey, that is it for that's all we have time for. I will say that is from Taylor's live stream.
Yeah.
I will always say 100% the easiest way to learn is by getting into the Facebook groups and jumping on as many live streams as you can. You are getting not one-on-one, one on however many people are in the live stream at the time, but you are getting your questions answered by either Kale or Taylor. Listen, that is all the time we have for this episode. If you want to contact us, actually the easiest way to get your questions answered is by being active in the Facebook groups or being active in FASTTRACK, and hopefully we will find them there. And, the only way that you can possibly fail with Amazon FBA, I said it earlier and I'll say it again, is if you fail not to take the next step. So you know what you got to do.
You just got to take the next step.
That's
For Dan
right.
Schultz, I'm Dwight Gelowitz. This has been 9 Rewind. We're going to see you next time. That was pretty good, Daddy.
Yeah, that didn't suck, right?
No, couldn't have sucked. I hope the boys like it.
I think you think Taylor's gonna be mad that we played the shit video?
We are going to find out.